defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
Leaves it with the back. Out of the crowd, and now he's got room. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
Yeah, and there you go again. Ohio State bringing the ground game. They typically do that, Reese. That's pretty normal for them.
They've built their entire program around it. Archie Griffin, two-time Heisman Trophy winner. You go back to Hopalong Cassidy. I mean, the Buckeyes love to run the ball, no matter how many times they spin the magic beat. Got it on the outside. It's ball. I know you want to stretch the field horizontally, but working a little vertical in wouldn't hurt either.
No, it wouldn't, and you got to be able to work with some space. There's an entire field that we got to attack on offense right now. That was just way too much work for little gain.
They're dealing with a second and long. Give to the back. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. The Buckeyes will hustle to the line. Looking for a man. It's St. Clair. Moving out of the pocket. He's going to take off. He stopped short, and it's fourth down.
And that's why it's important offensively. They're going to have to do a better job running the ball and getting positive yards early in the drive. You can't be in third and long living in those situations against this defense because they like to play dime personnel. And with those faster guys, they're going to blitz, and they're going to match speed with speed. It's a nice way to combat the mobile ability this quarterback has. Now setting up fourth down.
First play of the drive comes from the 38. They'll send the back in motion. They'll run the RPO and fire to the right. Put it right on him. Sweet play, good pickup, and they'll move the chains with the first down.
You know, it's a nice throw by the QB there. When you're throwing to running backs, you got to make it easy on them. So you want to put it right on their body, make the catch simple, and let them go to work like they did just there, getting that first.
Looking downfield on first down. Quickly complete. Breaks into the open. And he gets it down to the 4-yard line before he's finally stopped. A terrific run after the catch.
I know it's early in the game, but defensively after that play, you know you have to tackle the catch. When this guy gets the ball in his hands, he is so dangerous after the fact.
And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Bruins. They are seizing control and taking away hope as they push out the lead in this Week 8 showdown.
This offense is looking ridiculous. 3 touchdowns now in the first quarter, doing whatever they want at will. I don't know if you're panicking, Palmer, but, I mean, they got to put something together on the other side of the field or else this one's going to get ugly fast.
One thing I know, David, is the defensive staff, after having the ball just run down their throat and thrown over their heads, they need to make some adjustments earlier than they probably anticipated because right now they have no answers for this offense.
We'll see what they can do on this drive that starts at the 16-yard line. Out of the gun, the give to the back. Finds some space, enough to get 5 to the 22. Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
And the offense has a little bit of success, and what do? They push that turbo button right back on the line, ready to run another play.
He's open on the right. This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. As a defense, you hate to let them move the chains on a penalty, but that's what they did. It's 1st and 10. To the air, it's St. Clair. Gonna take a shot at this DB. Brings it in down the left side. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State.
Well, this offense is top 10 in the country in points per game because they've got a lot of speed and they've got home run hitters. They score fast. They don't need 10 plays to go down the field. You saw it right there. They've recruited well. They've got playmakers. They're going to be a problem for defenses all year long.
They're coming out to tee it up for the kickoff, and that last score was a real buzzkill for this crowd. Looks like he's going to bring it out. Not nearly as much as he had hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Gives it on the option. There to make the tackle, and that's how we'll wrap up this first period. We're through one, and what a back-and-forth battle between these two quarterbacks as we look at the stats. Now, the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. First play of the period will be a second down. From the gun. Give on the inside. Maybe picked up a couple. He's down at the 24.
Well, they're going RPO. Nice job handing it off, and really good vision there, just getting what he can get, right? Puts his foot in the ground, gets forward, helps this offense find positive yards.
Fires to the big fella. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
And it's on third downs like this. If you want to attack the middle of the field, you got to look for the tight end. Really nice route. Great job looking that football in. You can tell this quarterback really has a lot of confidence when he's in the pocket looking for the big fella, and they're able to hook up there.
He's got it on the right. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
And that's what I love about this offense. You're not going to get all of your big chunk plays in the passing game by throwing it deep down the field. You can kind of dink and dunk, and on that RPO play, they had it dialed up and set up to go to that player in the right front. Nice job.
They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
Offenses love the explosive plays through the air, pushing the ball down the field. And look at this. Sometimes it creates some momentum, and you want to capitalize, so you go.
Turning it on. Ripping through the defense. Good, solid pickup there. Now they can start to smell it with a first down at the 31. The Bruins come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking downfield, it's Iamaleava. Here comes the heat. Cannot get away. It is a huge sack, and I can't imagine what he was thinking on that play. That type of pressure on the quarterback, that's vintage Ohio State, right in keeping with the legacy that's been established by the Buckeye D.
Yeah, and you take pride in that. You own that legacy with all those guys you see performing at a high level in the NFL. Man, you see that, you want to go get it. Recruiting guys to fit those profiles. That's why Ohio State always has a good defensive line.
This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. Movement on the offense, and they'll lose 5 yards on the penalty. The officials offer the deal, and the coach accepts it. They will take the penalty. This will be the 8th play of the drive, but a great opportunity for the defense to get off the field. On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Has no choice but to throw it away, and it'll bring up 4th down.
That's why it's so important for this defense to win 1st and 2nd down. You set up 3rd and longs like that, you can show your exotic looks, you can get the pass rush going, everybody in the back end expecting throw, and that's how you force incompletions and force 4th downs.
Really good job by the coverage team to make the stop, and that's where they'll put it in play. that massive bodies and gets 4 out to the 17. And the Buckeyes want to pick up the tempo.
Defense came into this one knowing they were going to see some tempo. They've got to get the call from the sidelines, get it communicated, get lined up.
To the air, it's St. Clair. Fires to the tight end. Oh, he's got some space. They stay aggressive and push their way out to the 33, and it's first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, the ground game. You want to make sure to maximize those types of runs, and he gets it out to the 41.
You love to see this on offense. Early in drives, getting that kind of yardage keeps you ahead of the chains.
The Buckeyes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The play-action fake. Fires to the middle. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return.
And he makes a play in the back end. Nice job reading the pass, and that's his 2nd of the season. This guy, unbelievable job seeing the quarterback, breaking on the quarterback, and going and getting that big play.
They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Snap in the shotgun. Under fire. And the defense makes a play, sacking him back at the 10.
And they've been waiting for something good to happen with respect to getting after the quarterback, right? They're outside of the top 100 in the country in sacks per game, but finally now you see they're generating this pass rush. 3 sacks on the game so far.
Under fire. And the pressure gets to him again. Another sack.
And that is back-to-back sacks. You get down here in this part of the field, man, you want to keep going forward. You want to make sure you put yourself in a good situation, hopefully to go for it if you need to on 4th down. But now you're putting yourself really behind the 8 ball with back-to-back sacks.
Now on 3rd and goal, and that earlier sack left him with more ground to cover. Going to try to pop one on the screen. He's not going to get to the sticks, and the screen comes up a little short. It'll be 4th down. The defense going to stop the clock with a timeout. They want to make sure they have everybody on the same page. It's good. Easy call for the ref. And that will extend their lead even further.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He's going to take a chance from midway in his end zone. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. Back to pass, it's St. Clair. Going to throw it over the top of the D. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on 1st down. 2nd down coming up.
Well, you see them there taking the shot. I think the thought process is look, we've had so much success early in this game running the football. Let's see if we can now take advantage of the defense throwing the ball over their heads. They're going to be expecting run. Safeties and linebackers are all going to be playing downhill trying to stop that. If we get the one-on-one opportunities to the outside, we have got to take shots. That one fell incomplete, but they should keep trying this as the game goes on.
You make up the game plan and not a lot on the play sheet for this. 3rd and long from inside their own 20. From the gun, wants to pass. Time to take a shot. And it's picked off for the 4th time today. And they'll get him down after a solid return.
And some defensive backs just have a way of finding the football. He's starting to develop that. His 3rd interception on the season just has a good feel for playing that spot in the back end.
They'll go to the ground. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
They'll move the tight end. Might be changing the route. Second down, they'll go to the air. He's got the tight end. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it first and goal.
And in this offense, you know, as a quarterback, you're going to get opportunities to put up some pretty big numbers. You've been impressed watching this guy play early this year. With that last pass completion, he's now already over 2,000 yards on the season.
Wide receiver going in motion. Grabbed in the backfield. It's Flores. Got the completion, but nowhere to go as that defense reacted quickly.
And that just shows you the team speed this defense has. As soon as they identify who's got the ball, they are around and surrounding that ball carrier so quickly.
Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Here's the pressure. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18.
How about this defense in this game so far? Already 5 sacks, and we're only in the second quarter. I think if you're the offensive coordinator, you have got to start mixing up these play calls, moving the pocket, get your quarterback away from danger, because it's obvious. This offensive line, they cannot hold up, and they cannot get it done.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Bought a little time, lets it go. Got his man. And they'll stop him inside the 5, but the defense is backed up in the shadow of its own goalpost. So they won't get a touchdown, but a chance to put something on the board before halftime. Good, right down the boulevard. And now the lead is even bigger.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
One more play before the teams head to the locker rooms. Dropping back, it's St. Clair. Here's a heat. Takes a hit as he fires. Pass is incomplete, and half comes to a close on that play. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update. The Buckeyes will kick it off to start the second half. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. UCLA will go back to work on offense. They start this third quarter with the lead, but they might want to think about shoring up that protection.
Yeah, the good news is you're leading on the scoreboard. The bad news is your quarterback doesn't feel like it because you can't protect him. So, David, adjustments in pass protection, that has to be something they were talking about here at halftime.
100%. Just you can't get him hit that much. He's still doing a good job delivering the football, but if you keep hitting the quarterback enough, man, they'll start to see ghosts, they'll panic, and they'll make some of those mistakes.
After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line, 2nd and 7. Caught in the backfield, it's Matthews. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
He was not fooled on that one. You know, a lot of times you want to buy space, and you throw this route really when it's off coverage. But you could tell the cornerback was up, ready to come, pounce on that screen, and get the tackle for a loss.
Wants to adjust the pattern. Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Trying to get behind the defense. Can't make the play on the interception, and man, they were looking for their first pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 4th down. And the Bruins will try to pin them back with the punt. He'll try to really get into this one. And the returner will be dragged down. Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Quickly complete. Plows through the defense. Across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and a big pickup has this offense on the move.
And it's so hard to be on the run and make an accurate throw. It's just very tough. Very few people can do it. Again, we see the freaks and we see the highlights all the time, but that's a tough thing to do. He made it look pretty easy.
Got the first down. Looking for more.
You know, as a defense, you can have the right call and the right guy in the right spot, but that guy's just too good. And how about the running back on that play? Just making it happen, breaking off the huge gain. It's tough to get these guys on the ground.
It's caught downfield. Rolls inside the 30 and out of bounds at the 29, and now they're threatening. And you know the line they kick around at Ohio State, Woody Hayes, forward pass, 2 of the 3 things that can happen are bad. Woody had dudes like this, he'd be spinning that magic bean all over. Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
Well, a big key for this defense coming into this game was, could they impact this guy when he drops back to pass? We all know he's one of the fastest quarterbacks in all of college football. And they weren't sure, honestly, if they were even going to be able to get him to the ground. They just wanted him to get rid of the football earlier than he needed to. But that time, in the second half, they come away with their first sack of the game, and that is going to be a big shot in the arm for this defense.
Third down, and this offense is already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Still looking, on the move. Past the 30. Just broke the tackle and still on his feet. He's finally stopped, but a big play there with his feet as he moves those sticks. They'll throw it from the red zone. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
Well, another incompletion, and you can see the frustration building, but you got to give the defense credit. They came into this one knowing no one was giving them a shot because of their record, because of what their stats are on paper, but they're playing better football. They're playing with better effort, and right now they're making the most plays.
And the Buckeyes are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. Looking to pass. It's St. Clair. Can't make the catch on 3rd down, and the rarest of drops for this guy.
And you didn't have a lot of panic in the first half, but man, you're starting to get now in the second half, and this offense just has really, really struggled, underperformed. You know you're a better team, but this offense hasn't shown it. This team hasn't shown it. It's the 3rd quarter. They got to get it going now.
Got it in the middle. It's Smith. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Buckeyes!
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing. To be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone, that was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, Dave. And listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. He'll bring it out. It's Scott. Nice job by the kickoff team. Everybody stayed in their lanes, and they'll stop him at the 16. UCLA offense is back on the field, ready to go to work. This lead that they've been working with has dwindled to 2 possessions, and now they'll try to find a little breathing room on this drive. Able to pick up a couple before he's dragged down at the 19.
That's a fantastic play by the linebacker. He has such tremendous instincts. As soon as he sees run, he's coming downhill. He's got great speed. He gets you on the ground. That's why he's one of the best linebackers in the entire country.
With the catch, it's Matthews. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This slot receiver is a guy the defense has to be careful of. He runs good routes. He's got some speed, and if you're not careful, this guy can gash you.
Now the defense will try to rise up on 3rd and short from the 21. Those two failed to make the connection. It's an incomplete pass.
You know, timing is so important in the RPO game, especially on 3rd down. Quarterback and receiver just didn't have it there, and now it's 4th down.
They kick it away on 4th down. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. Looking for running room, he'll get it to the 43-yard line before he stops. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. That was a big stop by the defense now to see if they can take advantage and draw a little closer in this game as we're starting to get late. He gets nothing, and they keep plowing ahead with the running game, and they've got very little to show for it. They got nothing on the last play at 2nd and 10. Looking to throw at St. Clair. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Fires to the big fella. They mark him out of bounds at the 42, and they're on the move.
And that's why QBs love their tight ends so much, right? Especially when they're athletic, because they make short throws turn into long gains. Because of his ability after the catch, it's so unique and special. He is dominant in this offense.
He'll take a shot. Oh, he had it. The deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers.
And the defense finally stops him, right? He's had a heck of a day, and they're taking a shot down the field to him. And I think they've gone to their go-to guy because he's put up numbers, and he's been productive, and he's got that speed on the outside. Defense has definitely got an eye on him and kind of saying, hey, we got to make sure we take him away.
Right on target this time. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a 1st down. The Buckeyes are moving quickly down the field. They send the tight end in motion. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. And that is his 5th interception, a nightmare he is not waking up from. They'll bring him down at the 14-yard line, and that return of the interception has this offense with spectacular field position. First snap of this drive will come from inside the 15 at their own 14-yard line. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Beautifully thrown ball, terrific catch, and they'll have the 1st down.
Really nice looking pass. When I think back to the history of UCLA quarterbacks, I think about guys carving up defenses in the Rose Bowl in the perfect weather conditions with the gorgeous San Gabriel Mountains as a backdrop. And this guy right here, man, he's lighting defenses up this season, throwing it too. And in this game, he seems like he's dialed in.
There he goes. The 40. He's at the 20. And he'll take it to the house. He got loose. Touchdown, UCLA.
This is a guy that put a lot of pressure on himself coming into the season. He felt like he was ready to have a breakout year. He knew he had all the tools in the toolbox to be able to get it done, and he's showing it. That's his 10th rushing touchdown on the season.
And he dropped it, just didn't look the thing all the way in.
Oh, and that's tough, man. It was drawn up right. It was a good throw. It was right in his hands. You just want your playmaker to make that play and get to the 2-point conversion.
And he's not going to take a knee. Here he comes. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Off the play fake on 1st down to throw. That's caught. It's ball. At the 40, there he goes. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the 1st down. The Buckeyes in the hurry-up.
Nice job by the quarterback, seeing the receiver come open, getting him the football, making the 1st down, and they like to do this. When they make a 1st down, they want to go fast. They want to crank up the tempo.
He's going to fire deep. Nearly another interception. It'll be 2nd down.
Well, this has been a day to forget if you're this quarterback. And I got to be honest, guys, I'm surprised he's still even in the game right now because he's had zero rhythm. He hasn't been accurate. He's thrown a ton of...
He'll take the deep shot. Oh, Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
And that's a big shot, and that's a big incompletion, but this offense has to continue to do more of that. When you're trailing and you've got to make plays, they got to find creative ways to push this ball down the field and get this offense in a flow.
Unloads to the wideout. Another incompletion on third down.
Every defense in the country talks about getting offenses in predictable third and long situations where I can bring on more speedsters and I know the pass is coming so I can have more success.
Three straight misfires has left them staring at 4th and 10, but they'll try it again. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Fires to the wideout. Hauls it in, the first down and more. Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
Well, quarterback trying to get aggressive, trying to take a shot deep down the field, but just not on the same page with his wide receiver as the pass falls incomplete.
They'll be able to get off one more play before quarter's end. Back to throw, it's St. Clair. He's got him. Quick step and go. There to make the tackle, and with that, we'll head to the 4th quarter. And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. Just about ready to go in the 4th, and we'll see if any drama can be mustered. They'll go back to work with a first down in the final period. Now from inside the red zone. Not able to hook up there, incomplete.
Hey, even those balls that are thrown near the line of scrimmage that are going to the running backs and to the tight ends, those small passes can go for big gains. Great job getting the mitts up in the air and deflecting that football.
To the ground with the back. Picked up maybe a yard. It's down at the 16.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough. But how important those 5 guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those 5 offensive linemen.
It'll be 3rd and long. The snap sets up to throw. Bringing the heat. And he fires a dirt ball. Man, oh man, would he like to have that pass back.
At this point in the game in the 4th quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Can't make the catch, and the defense will force the turnover on downs.
Tell you what, it gets late in the football game, man. I got to start being aggressive. When I'm in a hole and the clock's running out, like it's going to make me have to throw the football, be more aggressive, and this offense doesn't come through for their team, and now they're going to really need their defense to get some stops here in this football game in the 4th quarter. And I know you can play these late-game situations differently, but I love when you just stay physical. You run the football, you preserve the lead, you got great field position, you're in a great position to salt this clock away and get it done.
Well, this offense has just been dialing up explosive play after explosive play. That's a big part of why they have a huge lead at this point. And even in the 4th quarter with that lead, they are still taking shots. They are still being aggressive, pedal to the metal.
Still running at the 40. There he goes. He's at the touchdown Bruins. And the beatdown has ensued. They extend this lead, and it looks as if they are going to make it 2 wins in a row.
David, this guy's showing us everything he's got in his toolbox. Between the tackles, running outside, the elusiveness, the vision, the speed, the patience. And with that home run, now has over 200 yards rushing in this game.
And there's nothing more frustrating than a guy that just keeps coming and keeps coming. They keep feeding him, and he keeps breaking tackles. He keeps making big plays. This defense has had absolutely no answer for that stud.
Knocked down right at the 25, and I guess he breaks even, bringing it out of the end zone. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. There's a lot of pressure when you have that number 1 beside your name, and perhaps it was the... He lobs one high down the left side. Got it in stride at the 15. Into the end zone unimpeded, except for that piece of laundry on the field. This might be coming back. They'll try to tack one more on their score. Splits those uprights right in half. That kind of drive will boost your confidence. One play, hit the big pass, put a touchdown on the board. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here. That's why they call them the hands team. They're able to secure the onside kick. Great place to start for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. The give on the option. Breaks into the open. And he will finally go out of bounds after another big gain, and they are absolutely gashing them with this running game. Now the chance to pay off that big play from just outside the 5. A first down run in the red zone. Touchdown, UCLA! And the stomping has commenced. They can now exhale just a little bit with that lead, and they are close to a victory here in the 8th week of the season. And the kick is good, but there's a penalty flag, and I think it's going to be roughing the kicker.
Have yourself a day, young fella. You know why they handed him the ball a lot? Because he did that. That's his 4th trip to pay dirt. This dude has shown you a little bit of everything. What a great back. And 4 touchdowns on the day.
Looking downfield, it's St. Clair. Rushes on him. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf.
The offense has lost the element of surprise here, right? 4th quarter, they're trailing by a lot. They're trying to go 4 verticals, but the defense knows it's coming, and they do a nice job in the back end making sure that falls incomplete.
That's caught. It's Porter.
And I think this receiver's forte is his route running. He's a guy that can line up all over the field, but it's not just catching post routes and goes. This guy can run shallows, he can run slants, he can run the option routes and find soft spots in the defense. This guy really has all the routes in his toolbox.
And the Buckeyes racing to the line in the hurry-up.
Every single week, defenses know who's going to get the ball thrown to them, but they can't stop him. With that last catch, he now has over 1,000 yards receiving on the year.
Catch inside the 30 and still running. And he found all kinds of room and got it down to the 28.
And this offense has got to kick it in high gear now. Making a big play, that is great, but we got to go up-tempo. We got to go fast. We're trailing big in this ball game. We got to put a lot of drives together and maybe even get lucky with an onside kick.
Got out of trouble and throws. Makes the grab outside. It's Roberts. Knocked out of bounds. They're in the red zone. Mark it at the 17, and they are set up. The Buckeyes have it with a 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. And it's another interception as his assault on the record book continues.
Well, you can't blame this offense for wanting to be aggressive. They're down by a lot on the scoreboard here, and that time going 4 verticals, trying to stretch the defense, see if someone can get open. But, David, the defense was expecting it, and they were able to come away with the INT.
Yeah, the only thought I have right now, Jesse, is I'm playing deep. I can't give up the big plays. I want to make them earn it. The clock is my friend. Getting the lead, having the lead in the fourth quarter. Nice execution by this defense, and this one ain't over, but it's looking more like it.
Got stuffed on first down. It's 2nd and 10. Back to throw. It's Iamaleava. Got it set up on the outside. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Timeout is called, and it's the defense wanting to make sure that everyone's on the same page for this big down. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, the running back tries to hit the hole. Busts through behind his pad.
Really been impressed by the balance we've seen from this offense so far in the game, but I think you got to give a lot of the credit to the running game because it's been able to freeze these defenses. It's helped set up play action. They've been physical at the point of attack. I think that really has been the key force for this offense so far, having the success they've had.
It's hard to run on a defense that comes off the ball like that and runs to the football like that. Good luck. No holes anywhere.
They want that clock to run. Stop behind the line of scrimmage, and that is a rare sight for this defense today against this guy.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Might be calling a hot route. On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pulls it in. It's Matthews. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Bruins have their offense in high gear. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. Fourth quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. The officials stop the clock for the 2-minute timeout, and the offense is that much closer to victory. They have it at the 43, 3rd and short, trying to avoid making a decision on 4th down. Hand off from the shotgun. And they did not let him get to that first down line. It'll bring up a call here.
And the defense is still fighting. They haven't had the day that they dreamed of. You know, talking to the coaches coming to the game, like they thought they had a good plan. They'd be ready to attack and limit some of the damage this offense has done. They haven't done it today, though. They got to go back to the drawing board, figure some things out, because this wasn't a great day.
They boot it away on 4th down. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. A lot of work to do as this drive will start from the 16-yard line. To throw, it's St. Clair. Oh, they're after him. Here's a throw downfield late. Snags it on the right. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down.
Music now. First down for the offense.
To the air on first down. Throws to the wideout. It's picked off, and that's number 10. Looking for more room. At the 20. Touchdown, Bruins! And they turn it into a defensive score.
And this has been the story of the game. Everything going their way. Offensively, special teams, and now on defense here in the fourth quarter. They're still being aggressive. They're still jumping these throws. And he picked that thing off and took it all the way to the house.
And they pick up the extra point. Kicker knocked it right down the middle. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And he's going to bring this one out. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Wants to go up top on first down. Takes a shot as he lets it go. It's incomplete, and I tell you, this sophomore quarterback's lucky to get that one back.
And this is just one of those days, man, where everything has gone wrong, right? Like they just haven't been in a rhythm. They haven't got it going and never built the momentum. This is one of those days that you learn from, you try to grow from. A lot of things that we're going to show in the film that people aren't going to like, but hopefully you can learn from it and do better next time. Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing...
He's going for the big play. And that'll be incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there, and now it's fourth down.
This was my favorite time to be a defensive lineman, man. You get up big, late in the game, you know it's past. You're just teeing off on the quarterback. The defensive backs, they're bailing, playing those deep passes. It is hard to play offensive football in this situation.
The Buckeyes will come to the line to convert on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot. Intercepted for the 11th time this season. He'll try to take it back. He'll be stopped, but not before getting the football and picking up big yardage on the return. What a play there. Running out the clock, a mere formality between them and a victory as we have victory formation coming. And they'll take a knee and watch this clock keep on winding its way toward a victory.